Right, alrighty, folks. I'm back. Okay, gonna boot up the game. And I will dive in today without much ado. I think it's set up, my camera. Okay. Got my controller. Everything is pretty much good to go now. And I still need to go back and check out some of these VODs. Make sure everything looks good and sounds good. There we go. Okay, please remember to support the show. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, donations, Venmo Stormer Show. Speaking of which, by the way, I know Elden Ring Night Rain is making its rounds around the social media. All the streamers are streaming it pretty much right now. If you want, guys, if you want folks to see me play that game, please kick $40 to my Venmo ASAP, and then I can use it to buy the game, okay? And if you also want to send me $1,000, I can use that to buy a new machine too. That's how it works around here, folks. It is very much pay to play. Pay to play. Okay. Otherwise, I pretty much just do and stream what I feel like. I don't have to be a bandwagoner. Okay, AirTech. Those logs were so hard to find, too.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus.
Where were the rest of the Banuk?
I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Yeah, guys, most Let's Plays are just a donation away, okay? Donations, Venmo Stormer Show. Make sure it's spelled correctly if you should choose to donate. STORMERSHOW all together. STORMERSHOW. And then, yeah, kick me a dono, and I could go through my wish list on Steam for wrapping up today's episode, just so you know what I'm on the hunt down for. Shadow of the Erdtree, I have not yet bought. Night Rain, I have not yet purchased. It is $40 USD as of this recording. Okay, so if you want to see me play it, kick $40 to my Venmo, please, and then I can buy it. Until then, it is a low on the priority scale.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct
Massive
network
info dump.
connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Araya said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth
Sobek,
Sobek
yeah.
identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension. most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus' core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus' aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You
Tired?
meant a lot to Ourea.
Once I understood Ourea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Ourea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. but she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They
Very.
could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Pharaoh?
Are you referring to Theodore Pharaoh, CEO of Pharaoh Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Pharaoh was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Pharaoh spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So, there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes, billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Got through half
I
of it.
should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Ourea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Ourea. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval.
Missing
She wanted
3
me to ask you to do something.
logs, by the way.
That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over.
Nowadays we got ChatGPT.
It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Back when we had like name for AI like
Dr.
Hank.
Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
Hal, right?
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything. Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Any Chow.
My chieftain,
Just... Aloy,
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost.
I think it was good that Aloy intervened.
Either way, I would not have been able to protect.
Yeah, I think Artak's right here. Artak is right. She died with Aloy's help. Like, without Aloy's help, like, it would have been a massacre, by the way. Didn't let her down. I almost never do the strength option. Maybe I should try it.
She was willing to fight. She wouldn't let anything stop her.
She was Banuk until the end. I was wrong. The Carja never broke her, only made her stronger.
So it wasn't your failure. It was her decision.
They always said I had an unshakable will. But Ourea's was the mountain I could only aspire to. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was. And why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, we'd already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The Daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Altuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
I wouldn't be volunteering for everything, Aloy. Come on.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak,
Conquer the
Cyan,
mountain.
Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades were Hephaestus too. And unleash them on the world. His minds on their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
The Devil's Thirst and RHO Cauldron. Ah, man, shoot. I kind of missed, let's see, out of the forge. Kill Fire Claws. I think I'll do that post-game. Oh, they're right here. We can override them now, though. How do I get down there? Yeah, go to the drone hangar. Dude, silence could have helped there, dude. Definitely could have helped. Let me check my map real fast. Devil's Thirst and the RHO Cauldron. That's Grief down there. Where's Thirst? Thinking about maybe doing that as a detour. Someone said something about the RHO Cauldron too. Devil's Thirst. There it is. Let me just try scouting around here really fast, see if I can find some raccoons. I really want to get these like upgrades down. Yeah. My sleep schedule is pretty much reverting to its natural cycle, guys. Like, I'm gonna be waking up late, sleeping in late, waking up late, until school starts back again for me in June. Box. There's one. Got it. I don't see the bone. Turkey. Right down there. Turkeys. Looking for raccoons, dude. There's one further down here. Got it. Hey, is that the part I needed? It is raccoon skin, not bone. Raccoon skin.
Rain. They're as heavy with it.
Aloy. I need skin. Skin of the raccoon, Aloy. Skin of the raccoon. Find it. Turkeys. Or much turkey. I need more raccoons, dude. Fox. Here's one. Thank you. Gosh, that was annoying. Okay, alright. Okay, we're fully upgraded on everything, and surprisingly, that was not a, it wasn't an achieve. What? Got me like, what? Let me do some quick research here on my end. I kind of want to just see if I can beat the game. What's the name of the final quest? Looming Shadow. I think it's, as far as I can tell, you can continue. So I think I'm just going to try to complete the main quest. It should be extremely easy, seeing as how it's level 34. Hades intends to use the sprite to transmit a resurrection signal, calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When time comes, Aloy must stand against the shadow, but she will not fight alone. Okay, I really need a merchant. And yep, I'm going to go through. I'm going to sell all the animal skins, finally. Should be extremely easy.
An army on the edge of the city. Look for cover. Don't get trapped. I'm considering what our mission was before. An army at the Reach. Save yourselves.
Yes. Yes. Trade quickly.
Here you go. Finally done with all these annoying items. Just takes up so much inventory space. Like, look at that. Okay, that should help on the inventory side. Not solve the problems completely.
I will leave you to the hunt.
Outfits. We have to sell mods.
Welcome back. Yes, I'm...
I'd say just sell everything that's blue, too. So much stuff.
May you in rugged?
Okay, and then let's see, where was that? This is kind of annoying. Eat again.
Yeah, you again.
Just need you to keep taking all the mods, dude. I have like nothing but epic mods now, so it's like not needed to have the uncommons. They're called very rare in this, they're not called epic, but same concept. All inferior.
Perhaps your travels have taken you through ancient. Yes. Ah.
Yeah, all this stuff just sucked.
Yes, yes. Ah. You're everything I'm not. Strong, brave, active. Come, talk a spell.
Interestingly, he sells blue gleam boxes too. Kind of curious what could be found from these boxes. Outfit weave. Alright. Where are these quests? Yeah, review preparations at the ridge. Let me check time too. I was like dozing off there. 42 minutes. Yeah, sorry, when that happens, usually it's because like I am not getting enough sleep. There's a disturbance. Sleep pattern. I'm just glad to be done with the stupid animals.
Petra! Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Ostrom, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Can I keep this?
Have you just polished that armor, Uvit?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Aloy. I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It should be insanely easy. Level 34.
We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can. This place really couldn't be more different to the sacred land, could it?
All repaired. Fire, and then we're good. These are just getting repaired.
I gotta take over my brother's ship today. Sure as the sun's rising, he's off courting that noble girl.
Ho!
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Hey, Varl squared. Small camp over here.
Taller than the highest tree.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
We'll have allies. Oh, there's another over here. I have a whopping 720 health at this point in the playthrough.
these guys?
Plus shields.
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even...
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's... big.
It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
I think I should be able to get this done before the end of the episode today. I think it's possible. Let me check the time after I arrive. I do have a Success Principles chapter planned after this as well. 52 minutes. Let's see what we could do. All the damaged files have been repaired. Love it. I'll take a mod. And do you have any pots?
Yes.
Yeah,
I will leave.
Anymore. You have more mods. I'm looking for like novelty
Strong,
weapons.
Brave, active. Come, talk a spell.
And on. Owen's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Not in the main game. At least not to my knowledge, other than the hunts, and I refuse to do those. This should be extremely easy, by the way. I've already pretty much completed the Frozen Wilds DLC. Like, Aloy is basically a complete, you know, bad A. Like she's a total baddie at this point in the playthrough. Like, she's not gonna fall. She's gonna be really, really strong.
You sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you.
Only too bad we didn't do the whole raccoon thing before a previous episode, because we would have had even more resources.
After you lost your family.
This would have been like a
Silence?
total cakewalk.
Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
He's not a ghost, he's real.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Base of extinction. Long time no see.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Lightbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do what she says!
In the city, yeah, why are y'all standing around?
All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
About to play out like Return of the King, dude. Exactly.
No! Rally the Vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
Have you seen me, Avad? Have you seen me? I got the shield bearer at this point in the playthrough. I've got almost 800 health.
Should have caught me in a sun ring fight.
This dude is just dominant. One shot with silence.
Why do you
Getting fired. People. And look,
Blocked again.
he's trying to ping my shield and it's like not even working. We'll be good against him. Why? Quick rust.
Accept it. Accept Only end.
Try giving the silence.
He's
Hot.
too dangerous and close.
Hot.
Can't let him in close.
He's not doing bad.
Bridge can't take much more of this.
Silence is doing good numbers on him.
Keep him away. It's giving way.
He's almost dead.
Meridian must run red
Like I said, like at my level with silence, like he's kidding.
This was not meant to be.
None of this was meant to be, Helis. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand?
You pity me?
Turn your face to the sun.
Done? Looks like a lot of mods.
Looks good.
Could lean on more of these explosive barrels. Guess it wasn't really needed with how far ahead I am.
Got too much already.
Bony meats. It'd be cool if it was like Dark Souls where you could like take his armor. That'd be awesome.
Fresh as it comes.
Was. I think the episode after this one will be the bonus one with all the lore, logs and stuff. And then, yep, I'm probably gonna have another episode after that because I will.
Where do you need me? Take up a cannon on the platform.
health platform too.
Time to go. Gotta get to another platform.
Get the spot healed, good. Shield Bearer is actually not as strong as I thought it was gonna be. Higher, higher, higher. Somewhere down there, yeah. That hit me. Fine. Oh. That's it, like, fine south. Yeah, just throw it in their direction. Perfect. Higher. Got him.
It's taking a shot at me.
That, dude. Nice hit, leg of pepper. Down. Okay, big Beluga is done over here. Trying to take this dang bridge, I'm not gonna let him. You're down.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
Well, they pretty much got rocked. Can I go out and loot these? No, I guess not. Nah, I'm gonna fall back. Get that. You think I have firepower that matches these things? I don't think so. Just keep them at bay, dude. I can take the forward position, it's fine. Grab it! Grab it, girl, grab it. That's all. Fudge. Why is it doing that? Oh, because I'm not aiming, that's why. Sorry, I feel so foolish. Okay, this was easy. Had to wonder. Wow.
Incoming. Gotta drop it and move.
These things are just meant to die. They're not meant to drop anything. Yeah, I'm trying to kill this thing. Like, just keep the rest back.
Don't want to be here when that hits.
That's down. Okay, Glints. That guy is about dead. He actually died. Frost everywhere. Like that, like that, like that. You're down. Oh, you. Nice hit. My entire freaking platform is frost. Hit it. Yeah, just like that. Like that. Dead. Those are dead. These are pretty much dead. Okay, these are gone. Where? Oh. Cover. Yeah. Yay. I know, get it off the platform. Where is it? No. Hit it. Go. That was a good hit. Good gosh, that was good. Sent in or beautiful hit. That's down. One way up in the distance. May hit or not. Yep, keep pelting it. That's the key. Yeah, got it. Helis is already down. What is the main antagonist at this point in the story? Because you've already beaten Hephaestus, you beat Helis.
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
My own mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No, wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
There's I'm injured, but I'm really not. I think I've got all the logs. I don't see them missing at this point.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now
Do
you
it.
face your true son, Shadow Demons. Take the fight to the spire, Ace.
Meridian will hold. Or my marks of honor mean nothing.
People are hurt.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
Well, override it. Aloy, do what you do. Find time for an override. Yeah, that seems kind of bad.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. The Nora. Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
Emily's going as fast as her feet will take her.
Gotta keep going.
We'll still there.
Keep pushing. I knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
That seems wrong, but I thought I would try anyway.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
My fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right?
Right.
The metal devil must fall.
I should stock up. Last chance.
Okay, do it.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Predator's screaming tear blast. Probably unneeded. They're trying to take off the components, dude. I need someone to draw fire. I think weak to this. Get Frost out, lady. Frost out. Same thing. Where is the freaking icicle?
Execute.
The demon turned on you, Aloy.
Okay, here it comes.
Do y'all have a winning strategy? Oh, what the fudge? Also weak to fire. Doesn't seem to be effective. Those sticky poison. Stay strong. Heal.
Can't let Hades slow us down anymore.
Hey, heal. Fields. Get in there and smack with silence. But there's only 9 minutes to do this. Hey, give me some heat. Yeah, give me some heat. Not frost. Is he weak to frost? No, he's weak to lightning. Yeah, give me this fire vulture. Forge fire, yeah. Gosh, dang, dude. I like that. I like that. Come on, cover for me. Like that. Doing a lot more damage. Can you keep him off me or no? Okay, give me like supporting fire or something.
Don't let them overrun us.
Why am I? It's just me, always only me. Get it off of me, dude. Trying to give it everything I have. Heal, shields. Do it. Get off of me, you stupid freaking machine. Shield. Heal. Do something, please. Good heal. Smack it a couple times with silence.
The goddess enemies lay low.
Do something, Sona. Do something. It is weak to lightning. Go! Aloy, get in there. Hit it.
The time I've got left. I can do this.
Smack it.
All of you, focus on the new machines!
Let me try hard points. Can you please keep him off of me? Those things too. Good blast. Oh my goodness. Get him off of me.
One heading for you, Aloy.
Got it!
Why am I still being hit in the back, dude?
Board, Aloy.
Get it off of me, dude. Why am I fighting 3 different battles?
Time enough to beat the machines back.
Get it off of
You
me.
heard her.
What did Aloy say? She said drive back the machines. Good blast. No! Get up! Do it! Do it! Get out of the way! This has just been brutal. Get away from me! Terror Blast doesn't seem to be doing anything at all, actually. Okay, I just seem to be getting like knocked around. That's a good hit. Finally. Gosh. Yeah, just let him hit me, it's fine.
We're life takers and machine breakers all!
Just get him off me, Aaron. I don't even know, I'm getting some... Okay, try a shocking weapon. Storm this thing, yeah. Crackers. Come on. No, don't let it finish me. Kill it. I forgot it does damage to me. Let me just try a couple hits at a time. Yeah, it does damage to me, I forgot about that.
My way's clear.
It's down!
Storm
Time
Singer
to
for
do
the
what you
win.
came for, Aloy.
I never find the weapons like in the heat of the combat. Like I was trying like so hard to get my Terror Blast to like rip its armor off, but it didn't want to take. Like there were so many shots I had where it's just like it didn't seem to matter at all. I want to switch up this one too. Because the problem with this one is it does damage to me. So instead of doing that, let me try just bringing back
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
Said Elizabeth Sobek. Stupid suckers. There it is, Hades purified. I mean, even at my whopping level 52, like, that thing was still a pain to fight. Even with all my allies, it was still a pain to fight, because it was just so stinking heavily armored, and then you had ads, too. Ads in a boss fight is easily one of my biggest pet peeves in gaming. Because you're trying to focus down the boss, and, like, you've all these other little nitpicky enemies, you know, like, just, like, stabbing you in the back pretty much, and, like, shooting your back. Hitting you in your back is turn kind of thing, and you're just like, dude, just get them off of me, please. Fox, get these guys off me, as you're trying to, like, do a barrel roll. You didn't die, Erend. Then again, you didn't do very much. But you didn't die. Pretty good game, dude. I feel like the Frozen Wild DLC was just like, they went above and beyond for that. Data integrity restored. 3rd February 2065.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
He's Elizabeth Sobek?
You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care. And that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
Why couldn't we get that armor?
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time.
Why didn't the shield bearer armor look that cool, dude?
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
They're smart.
I guess
Ray's
I
right.
would have wanted her to be
Caring.
Curious. And willful,
Introspective.
unstoppable even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit.
And let me just say, like, what a ride, dude. I'm telling you,
Anyway,
this
that's all
game.
I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep,
This is
Elizabeth.
just so well made.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Here we go. Get my TikTok primed. Yeah, I'm back here. Rising. Yeah, I'm back. Alright, just updated my TikTok. I'll be sure to review this game probably in the next few days. And then I'll post it to TikTok, and then I will share it to Facebook. Overall, a good game. Like I said, the next episode is going to more than likely be the lore episode, and then I will probably have another bonus episode after that, so I can complete out all the side missions. I thank you all so much for the support. And then, like I said, Elden Ring Night Rain is on my list. I just would like a donation. The Most Normal Show, if you would like me to play it, $40. $40.
We've still so much to discuss.
To get to my Venmo.
So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think?
Don't you think Aloy could just crush Silence?
Let's begin.
Silence. Why did Silence give her the lance? He's just gonna turn. My leg. I think I pulled something in it. I'm like contemplating the nature of my workouts too. Like, I liked doing the HIIT workouts, like the home workouts. But the thing is, ended the War Machine threat. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Guy's dream of an Earth Reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow prior to the final battle of Meridian. You keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all the loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all the loot and skills you've accumulated throughout the playthrough. The New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. To play in this mode, simply choose the New Game Plus option in the main menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu in the game. Thank you for playing the Horizon team. Yeah, thank you for making such a great game. Holy smokes. And this game is about 8 years old at this point. Green Shadow. Okay, and then I've got to go back in. Okay, I was about to be like, what? Okay, Aaron's still there. I'll just do that in the next mission. Teleport here. And then with the lore episode, all those logs, I might do a story recap, and then the side quest mission, this series should be finished out. I just need to think about ordering, like, do I want to do it side quest and then lore, or lore then side quest? I think side quest then lore actually makes more sense. And then I'll go ahead and save it here, and that will be it for Horizon for today.
Fireclaw.
Back off. Try to get off a quick override. This is a scratch. What do I have to do for an override? Not good. Guess I really gotta sneak up. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna end here. Okay, and then I've got to sneak in and around, trying to get off some overrides and then get those puppies down. Yeah, that was Horizon Zero Dawn. Frozen Wilds was equally well done. I really have very few, if any, complaints about the game. I'm sure to give it and leave it a glowing review. Even in spite of the laborious episode, that was the last episode, and then this episode too was a bit on the long side. You have to understand it's because there weren't very many saves throughout the quest. And that's really the main problem that there was. Okay. Like I said, guys, I will go through my wish list on Steam before ending today's episode. Should you have the willingness and means to donate, every like, every comment, every share, every subscription is appreciated. Every follow on TikTok is as well. Here's my wish list. 1, I would create a heart-changing love. I'm just kidding. Ray J reference. Baba Is You. Crash Bandicoot. Sadly, to see Dead Cells is no longer on sale. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Neva. Gray. Road Country. Dead Cells, of course, which is no longer on sale. Nether Crab's Treasure. Cyberpunk 2077, the DLC, Phantom Liberty. These are games I do not have. I do not have them. If you'd like me to play them, please issue a donation. All right, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. That's another DLC. Elden Ring Night Rain. I have neither one. I have the base game, Elden Ring, but I don't have either of those DLCs. I don't have the DLC, and I don't have Night Rain. Doom Eternal. We're starting to get into the pricier range, the pricey options. Kingdom Hearts. I want to get Integrum by the way, but that's I believe $60 on sale. So again, if you want to see me play the Kingdom Hearts games, you know what to do. Please Venmo $60 to me. Player Obscure Expedition 33. Of course, how could you not have it on the wish list at this point? Metaphor Refantasio. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Refantasio. Yeah, it's on there, and it's also on the pricier side of the range. Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, pretty much Game of the Material, but equally pricey. Eliza P. Nier Replicant. Of course, I've already played Nier Automata. God of War Ragnarok. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Black Myth Wukong. And again, all these games are pretty much $60 flat. The sequel to this game, Horizon Forbidden West. Very positive. Not hard to see why. If it's anything like this game, I mean, it's well deserving the positive reviews. Silent Hill 2. Persona 3 Reload, and then Hollow Knight Silksong with a tentative release. Not clear when, if ever, it will be. But that is basically it for today's episode. Yeah. If you'd like to see me play any of those games, please, please, please kick down a donation. You can tip the scale in your favor. Okay, I'll be back with more Best Principles, so please stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the show. Sleep tight, have a good night. I've been your host, Stormer Show, signing out and signing off. Thank you so much for watching.